You celebrate your 26th birthday. The next morning you look in the mirror. Nothing has changed. You still look exactly 25. 10 years go by, then 20, then 50. Overnight, humanity has unlocked the ultimate cheat code: biological immortality. Humans simply stop aging the moment they turn 25. At first, the world enters a golden age. Nursing homes empty out and close down. Hospitals lay off millions of doctors as age-related diseases like arthritis and dementia vanish completely. You could see your great-great-grandfather out on the street doing kickflips on a skateboard. You would have the time to master 10 different careers and travel to every country on Earth. But this utopian dream has a massive mathematical problem. If nobody ever dies of old age, but babies keep being born, the Earth would run out of space incredibly fast. Within a few generations, the global population would hit 20, 30, even 50 billion people. Food and fresh water would become the rarest commodities on the planet. To prevent a global collapse, governments would have to enforce the strictest law in human history: a total ban on human reproduction. The only way you would be legally allowed to have a child is if someone else in your family volunteers to be euthanized to make room. Secret, illegal underground nurseries would become the biggest black market in the world. And if you think the economy is tough now, welcome to immortal capitalism. Since nobody gets old, nobody ever retires. You would work the exact same 9-to-5 cubicle job for 300 years. The global wealth would be hoarded by ancient 400-year-old billionaires. They would use their centuries of compound interest to buy every house, every business, and every inch of land. Young people born into this world would have zero chance of moving up. Imagine applying for an entry-level job at a coffee shop and they tell you that you need 50 years of experience just to wash dishes. Social dynamics and dating would become an absolute psychological minefield. Everyone looks 25. You could be on a first date with someone who seems young and hip until they casually mention how much they miss the 1920s. The age gap in relationships wouldn't be physical, it would be entirely mental. But the darkest consequence of biological immortality happens inside your own head. The human brain is an incredible supercomputer, but it does not have infinite storage. Neurologists believe that a human brain can only hold about 300 years' worth of memories. After that, your mental hard drive fills up. In order to learn a new skill in your 400th year, your brain would have to delete something else. You might wake up one day and realize you completely forgot the faces of the children you had 2 centuries ago. People would have to keep massive, heavily guarded journals just to remember who they actually are. Even worse, humanity would suffer from a devastating loss of urgency. Without the constant shadow of death, procrastination would become a terminal disease. Why would you bother writing a book, starting a business, or telling someone you love them today when you literally have the rest of eternity to do it? Aging might seem like a cruel joke of biology. We spend our whole lives trying to run away from it, but death is the ultimate deadline. It is the ticking clock that forces us to make our limited time actually matter. So embrace your gray hairs, embrace the wrinkles, because a life without an ending isn't a life at all. It is just a very long waiting room.